Namaste and welcome to SonaliJoshi's Astrojyotihealing. In this video, we're going to talk about Jupiter's transit into Gemini and particularly in the nakshatras of Ardra. To those of you who are new to astrology, Ardra is a nakshatra of Rahu in the sign of Gemini, and after the Mrigashira nakshatra, planets go into Ardra. So all planets will go through Mrigashira, which is the nakshatra of Mars. So they will take charge of things. They'll try to find new goal. They'll try to upgrade themselves in terms of milestones and work hard towards it to establish things. On the other hand, Rahu's nakshatra Ardra will bring kind of storms. Many a times they are the storms in mind. They are the real storms where you will see cloudy skies and lot of thunderstorms. Same way, people will go through lot of emotional turmoil, and then sometimes some people will cry, their tears will roll, and they will find a closure. They will find a way to move out. While I'm recording this video, you can see right now Jupiter is about to go into Ardra and Sun will also go in Ardra. In Navamsha, the nakshatra owner Rahu is already in Ardra. So the rainy season, if you are in India, you'll already probably already saw that rainy season has started earlier. There are more storms, thunderstorms and rain. This is what Ardra stands for. The moistness, deep jungles where sunlight finds it difficult to reach through clouds. The symbol of this nakshatra is teardrop or diamond. That means people will go through a lot of changes. People will find some negative news, some sad news, and then they will change their ways of how they behave, how they interact with people, how they communicate people, or how they analyze and judge things. Ardra is that way a difficult placement for someone as a child, because the caretakers are many a times not available to take care of them. Sometimes they feel these are my parents, but they don't care for me. Or sometimes the child grows up with a thought as if somebody has adopted me and they don't love me. It is in a way रुद्र. आरद्रा ये राहु का नक्षत्र है, मिथुन राशि में आता है और अभी एक एक प्लैनेट आरद्रा में जाने वाला है. मैं वीडियो जब फिल्म कर रही हूँ तब देव गुरु बृहस्पति अभी आरद्रा नक्षत्र में जाने वाले हैं. इन नवांशा आरद्रा जो राहु का नक्षत्र है, वो राहु नक्षत्र स्वामी आरद्रा में ही है. सो मानसून बहुत पहले से चालू हो चुका है. बादल है बहुत, जब भी बारिश आती है, जोर की बारिश आती है, बिजली कड़कती है. एंड दिस इज व्हाट डिफाइंड बाय आरद्रा. जिन लोगों की पत्री में आरद्रा बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है, दे हैव टू गो थ्रू काफी चेंजेस का सामना करना पड़ता है. बट दीज आर टैलेंटेड पीपल. लोगों के पास बहुत स्किल होता है, अच्छे कम्युनिकेटर्स होते हैं. लोगों के साथ बात करने में उनको बहुत जल्दी पता चलता है कि लोगों को क्या चाहिए. मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी जैसे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, कंप्यूटर, मोबाइल फ़ोन, ये सब इसमें लोग हो सकते हैं. इसके अलावा मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में भी आरद्रा नक्षत्र के लोग देखे जाते हैं. कई बार उनको बैड न्यूज़ देनी पड़ती है लोगों को. समटाइम्स वो बैड न्यूज़ आने के बाद बहुत जल्दी से स्टेप लेके चेंजेस करने पड़ते हैं. इसलिए राहु का नक्षत्र आपको काफ़ी मदद भी करता है. जैसे टीयर ड्रॉप, आंखों से अश्रु आना, उसके बाद में जैसे हम हीरा होता है, हीरे की तरह से लोग खुद को डिफिकल्टी में डाल के बाद में हीरे की जैसे निखर आते हैं. एंड इसीलिए बोलते हैं कि आरद्रा अगर नक्षत्र आपके पत्री में हो तो आपका लाइफ इनिशियली थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जाएगा, बट बाद में आप अच्छी तरह से उभर आओगे, निखर आओगे, लोगों के लिए अच्छा काम भी करोगे. देवगुरु बृहस्पति जब आरद्रा में जाते हैं तब वो सबसे बेनिफिक प्लैनेट है. जुपिटर विल एम्पलीफाई एंड डू बेस्ट थिंग्स जुपिटर कैन डू इन द नक्षत्र ऑफ आरद्रा. घने जंगलों में, नई टेक्नोलॉजी में, लोगों के मन में जो भी उतार चढ़ाव आते हैं, जिसे हम स्टॉर्म बोल सकते हैं, वॉट एवर द साइकोलॉजिकल, इमोशनल स्टॉर्म्स पीपल विल गो थ्रू, द टर्बुलेंसेस दैट पीपल विल फेस, जुपिटर विल ट्राई टू गिव देम बेस्ट आउटकम आउट ऑफ इट. क्योंकि जुपिटर जिस भी राशि में, जिस भी नक्षत्र में जाता है, गुरु अच्छे से अच्छी बातें करने की कोशिश करता है. सो जुपिटर ट्रांजिट्स टू आरद्रा विल ब्रिंग लॉट ऑफ ब्रेक थ्रूज, टेक्नोलॉजी चेंजेस in communication sector, in different businesses, in different portfolios where there is expansion, new inventions will be decided. अगर आपकी उम्र 40 के ऊपर है या 36 के ऊपर है तो आपने इसके पहले भी जुपिटर का आरद्रा नक्षत्र से जो गोचर है वो देखा हुआ है. तो those of you who are above age of 40, they have seen multiple transits of Jupiter through the Ardra Nakshatra. Let us talk about the previous transit, which was in 2013, around 2013. This year is going to be June through September 2025, and previously it was in 2013. I'm going to list the kind of technological breakthroughs we went through at that time. That was a major change. Same way, now people are waiting for new changes to take place, new innovations, new techniques, new ways of communication, where people are going to reject all their previous beliefs, previous principles maybe, depending on placement of Ardra, and they will expand themselves, they will grow themselves into different belief system, different techniques, different ways they communicate with others. And this is nature's cycle. जैसे बहुत दिनों के बाद जब बारिश आती है तब जो अच्छा इफेक्ट हमें मिलता है, सेम वे कोई भी पुरानी सिस्टम अगर अप्लाई नहीं हो रही तो उसके लिए कुछ नया लाना पड़ता है। राहु के नक्षत्र वही करते हैं। उसमें से आरद्रा पुरानी सारी बातों को छोड़ देता है, रिजेक्ट करता है और नई सिस्टम्स लाता है और आगे बढ़ने के लिए लोगों को हेल्प करता है। अब डिपेंडिंग ऑन आपकी पत्रिका में आरद्रा नक्षत्र और जेमिनी साइन जहां आते हैं उसके हिसाब से हर एक को अलग अलग रिजल्ट मिलेंगे। कुछ रिजल्ट सामान्यतः पूरे ग्लोबल इसमें दिखाई देंगे, जिसमें ज्यादा वर्षा होना, ज्यादा स्टॉर्म्स आना, द नंबर ऑफ स्टॉर्म्स, हरिकेन्स, similar things will increase. Storms may have some damages depending on the place you are living. Everybody will get results based on individual horoscope and the time frame they are running through. However, just one planet will not do all the damage or will not do everything good. You need multiple planets in similar nakshatra, similar placements, and people who are running the time frame similar will get the prominent results. Very soon, सूर्य भी आरद्रा नक्षत्र में जाएंगे। उस वक्त जब सूर्य गुरु युति होगी तब आपको कोई अलग बातें दिखाई देगी। बट आरद्रा इंट्रिंसिकली विल ब्रिंग लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस, सो मच ऑफ टर्मोइल, सो मच ऑफ डिफिकल्ट टाइम्स विद इन इनसाइड। लोगों को ऊपर में कुछ पता नहीं चलेगा बट अंदरूनी चेंजेस आ रहे हैं और वो एट वन पॉइंट दिखाई देंगे। बट जब तक देवगुरु बृहस्पति आरद्रा में है तब इवेंचुअली पीपल विल फिगर आउट थिंग्स एंड दे विल बी ओवरऑल ट्राइंग टू बी बेनिफिशियली फॉर ईच एंड एवरी इंडिविजुअल। अभी बचे हुए वीडियो में हम आपका लगन या आपकी राशि मेष से चालू होके मीन तक जो भी है उसके बारे में देखते हैं कि ये चेंजेस किस तरह से हो सकते हैं। इन रेस्ट ऑफ द वीडियो विल सी डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर असेंडेंट एंड योर मून साइन हाउ Jupiter's transit in Ardra Nakshatra is going to help you. Overall, Jupiter's transit through Gemini is going to help you. Let us look at the signs and the outcomes. In this video, we are going to see Jupiter's transit through the Gemini sign. And I am going to check for all ascendants, all signs. We are going to see the family life. We are going to see the careers. We are going to see what to expect on a social front. And we are also going to see what people can do to get over their pending karma. I am going to open the Jagannath Hora software and we'll go sign by sign, ascendant by ascendant to see how Jupiter's transit in Gemini and particularly now in Ardra and Punarvasu is going to give effect and affect the outcome for all ascendants and moon signs. What will happen in family, career or in the areas of interest that native has. Now let us begin with sign Aries. Right now Venus is in Aries and you will notice for Aries natives they want more gains, they want social recognition, and for that they are subconsciously thinking, rethinking, trying to see should I just change my advisor, should I just take any foreign projects, how I can change so that my gains will increase. They are feeling that pressure of expanding their knowledge, expanding the way they talk to people, or they are trying their best to go out of their own community, their own religious beliefs to get those rewards and awards. If you are thinking about marriage and family, in this time frame, Aries natives will try to marry people who are having a balancing attitude, who definitely add to their family income. So working spouse is one of the requirements for Aries natives right now in terms of making sure that they start their family. In terms of career, they know they have to sometimes go away from their family in isolation in a way, foreign country trip or far away from their native place, maybe for a short duration, where they will feel that okay, they are emotionally isolated in terms of working in the workplace. Nobody bothers about them, cares about them. So there is that negativity arising for Aries natives from work. Changing of mentor, changing of projects, changing of social friends, so that they can communicate well, who can understand them. That is what they are looking from. If you have Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon, you are thinking about how I can be the best person at work, how I can use my family values, how I can tweak them, how I can adjust it as per the current office culture, business culture, or what is my karma in terms of delivering this kind of news to these people. And many a times you may be asked to let people go in mergers and acquisitions, or kind of, if you work in insurance, you're going to convey some bad news and you're trying to see how I can use my family values, how I can tweak them, how I can tweak the principles that I believe in order to match these scenarios, because I want recognition at work as well as I want higher profits. Since Mercury is there and Jupiter is also there, most likely Taurus natives will find the way out of it. In terms of family, in terms of education, Taurus natives might choose some different way, or a spouse find a spouse that will transform them. They'll find the kind of education certification which will give them lot of success in establishing their natural communications. This is a good time frame for Taurus natives, even though Taurus is usually more about hoarding, more about collecting resources, and Sun is right there present. So they have those holdings, they have those collections. Now they're going to let go of everything that is outdated and doesn't fit in society's norms. Or they will start a new cycle of accumulation where they will go completely opposite from what you have. For example, you were eating wheat, so you're going to let go of wheat and see, okay, what is the seasonal thing, what is trending, I'll accumulate that, hoard that. And same thing can apply in terms of clothing, same thing can apply in terms of choosing what you eat. But these natives are going to make a lot of experimentation. In terms of marriage, they will choose somebody who transform them, and in that process they are trying to balance out situations, and this can be little tricky for them. But overall, Ardra transit will be good for Venus related signs, because Rahu energy and Venus energy usually works well at some point. Once they learn few things, it works well. In terms of Martian signs, Scorpio and Mesh Rasi or Aries sign, there will be initially a lot of aggression, passive aggressiveness, and then situations will change. Now let us look at, if you have Moon in Gemini, Ascendant in Gemini, you are thinking about your own time, your own space. Okay, I'm maybe away from people, maybe in isolation. How do I relax? How do I meditate? How do I learn new ways about it? And maybe you'll join a lot of public programs, go in a group and meditate, do yoga, exercise, or have communication sessions, group sessions with people where you will share what worries you, what is that brings you down, or what you use to relax yourself. And for all Gemini natives, they are very skillful. They are usually working in the fields that are related to, dominated by analysis, medicine, or even film industry, where a lot of skills are needed. They have to be updated in all terms of skills. So that puts in a lot of pressure on them, on their nervous system typically. And this is a great time that you will choose your ways, either in joining some programs which are with bigger groups and smaller groups, and some programs on an individual basis, maybe on a virtual session that you choose to relax yourself, meditate yourself, or rejuvenate yourself. In terms of career, you will find help from some mentor that you didn't even think about, and that person will guide you, that person will tell you how to move forward in career. Overall, Gemini natives definitely have a shield or coverage from Jupiter till Jupiter is in Gemini. Good times, do experimentation, make changes, and move forward. If you have Cancer sign or Cancer ascendant, intrinsically Rahu energy and Moon energy are difficult to match, difficult to go together. Moon wants stability, Moon wants some peace and a routine and a comfort. On the other hand, Rahu is about all the chaos, illusion, delusion. Something has to happen all the time. These are difficult energies to manage. So you will realize Cancer natives, they are looking for something that shouldn't change drastically. They are thinking, no, I don't want those last minute changes. I do not want something to buy out my company. I do not want I don't want to lose my job, even though I have something else in hand. I want to continue where there is safety and security. But Cancer natives will go through that internal emotional turmoil. And many Cancer natives are already thinking about a change. Maybe they are joining some educational programs. Maybe they are thinking about changing their fields. They are thinking about going back to school, going back to institution where you can do certifications, or learning in some other way and change their profession, because they have that internal urge to change things. So either they are going to change their relationship, they are going to change their job, they are going to change their field of education, or they will change their ways of basically figuring out things with groups. And Cancer natives, usually if you are at the job, keeping up the same job gets difficult for you. You will do that change. Here, you will do the change about, you will change automobile insurance, you will change your health insurance. If there is if you have already done a will, or something related to inheritance, you will change it. You will bring out change in terms of your investments. These are the things Cancer natives will take up while Jupiter is in Ardra or Jupiter is in Gemini, because they will find out skillful advisor, skillful person who will tell them how to get over those things. If you have a lot of loan, you will figure out how I can find the best interest rate so that I can pay it off. Is there a side hustle I can do? Usually Gemini natives will always figure out some way to help you, and you will have friends who are dominant Gemini. They will tell you, okay, do these things and you will figure out. If you're thinking about getting married, they suggest that while Jupiter is in Rahu Nakshatra, marriages should not be done. If you can wait, it is good. Otherwise, Ardra natives, if you're a dominant Ardra, in some way, you're going to go ahead with marriage even in this time frame. But culturally, try to join various groups, try to seek help from different cultures, different belief related groups, and you will overcome whatever challenges you have. Cancer natives should always have an advisor who works with them on a regular basis to make sure you have a healer, astrologer, some close friend with whom can share your feelings. This will go always long way for you. Good time to let go of old ways of communication devices. Good time to accept new ways of communication strategies or tips that relieve you, make you help relax and take a good night's sleep. This is a placement which might be taking you away from all the chaos, and set aside 15 minutes a day to meditate, to relax, to listen to the divine music or religious music that you have faith in, and this is going to work really good. If you are living in the northern part of India, do go ahead and visit Vaishnav Devi temple. If you worship Vaishnav Devi, you can worship that at home, whether you are in India or away from India. If you have Leo ascendant and Leo sign, every time you go on the social media, you feel everybody else is going ahead of me. All the politicians are taking the kind of decision that doesn't work well for me. The group leaders, industry leaders, they are behaving in a way that doesn't do any good for me. That is the feeling all the Leo natives have right now. They are thinking, okay, I deserve more than this. Maybe should I just let go? Maybe I should just... There's a feeling of hopelessness in Leo natives right now, which is very unlike Leo, because Leo natives usually will find out a way to prioritize themselves, to bring them on the center stage. But right now they are going through a phase where they need to revisit their strategies. So what are Leos going to do? They are going to work with mentors, coaches. They are going to work with their bosses to sign up for something new, sign up for challenges, sign up for new learning modules, upgrade their skill sets, and they're going to come back and get the best that they want. It is time to revisit your social circle and let go of the old friends, let go of all the people that is basically they are troubling you emotionally, mentally. Friends are for sharing benefits. If these friends are not helpful, just start something new. You will find good friends who will help you in this cycle again. And there will be some friends who will be always there with you. So if you are thinking somebody is not helping, somebody is not motivating you, it's time to reduce the contact with them. Ardra is about making changes, making transformation. Ardra is not about holding negativity. And there are certain things that we cannot change in terms of our close relationships, but at least we can keep certain distance, some detachment. And that is what Leo natives are learning now. Usually they are very expressive. They get rewarded for their expression. But now they have to go through the path of, okay, I want to talk about this, but is this the right time? And Jupiter's transit will allow them to take that decision, which is a good part. In terms of careers in finance related technology, modern techniques will always help. It is a good idea to start something related to coaching. You can coach kids, you can coach people in the vicinity, maybe virtually, about what your expertise in. That way Leo natives will always have the center stage that they want, the respect that they want. If you have Virgo ascendant and Virgo Rashi, then obviously your 10th house is Gemini. So Jupiter is transiting through the 10th. In 10th transit is the way Jupiter is debilitated house-wise. So right now you have so many commercial thoughts in mind. Every person you see, every opportunity you see, every change you see, you are labeling it with, okay, how much profit? And that is normal because Virgos have that intrinsic need about analysis, finding faults, giving reviews, and what is the gain. This is how they emotionally deal with things. Jupiter in 10th with Mercury, as long as Mercury is there, then Sun will come there. So you'll have good going at work, profession, your pending karma, to communicate the right way to people. Do not shout, don't be overly critical. Understand they are human beings, have compassion and talk to them. You are always there to provide help. Leos work in many of the medical fields or hospitality industry. So you know what people need. People need emotional stability, emotional support, and that is your natural 11th house. So be compassionate, help others, and slowly will reduce the kind of negativity you are facing in public. You will get over all the loan issues or issues that you are facing right now. They'll be ultimately getting over with Jupiter allowing things to broaden up, open up, and being beneficial. Rahu's transit through the 11th house is definitely going to help you overcome things. And for Rahu, always remember, keep your addictions or your wants for luxury, finding loopholes in control. The moment you will try finding loopholes, there is a chance that Saturn transits through 7 will be getting difficult for you, because Saturn wants you to follow the law the right way. So make sure you do that. Whether you are a student, whether you are a professional, it's a good idea to follow rules and laws. This will go long way. For Virgo natives, there is always clash of finding things in details or just looking at the big picture. And this will be even more intensified when Jupiter and Mercury in your 10th house. Somebody in the group will want you to do detail analysis, and somebody will say, no, I just need a broad view. And every time, make sure that you keep both views ready when you work with people, when you work in groups, or wherever you are in public. Make a habit of seeing things from all perspectives, because your natural ability is go into details. Do things with planning and organization. But sometimes you just need things quick and you need something to continue things. These are the things you will learn, and this will work really well. Career-wise, family-wise also, you will realize you're having good family atmosphere the moment you start praising your family members, appreciating your family members, expressing thanks in whatever they do for you. If you have Libra as your ascendant or Libra as Rashi, Libra natives are finding it difficult to get recognition at work. They know they deserve a lot, but they are not being appreciated at work. They are not able to have that excellence that they should be given. And you will notice somebody who you have already worked with, your old mentor, your old previous school teacher, college teacher, will come back to you and they're going to write something favorable to you if they are particularly from a different culture. So reach out to professionals, mentors, coaches which are different from your community, your own caste or your own culture. Expand your horizons so you understand how situations are handled globally. Maybe at least on a state level, on a country level, where there are people from various religions, various backgrounds, various customs. Get used to it, understand, because the way people wear clothing, they use luxury products, they use cleaning and makeup related products. They are applied for everywhere. They are used for everybody. And it is time to have that kind of awareness when you deal with people at work. You understand their emotions very well. Working with people's emotion is the pending karma for Libra. That is what you are supposed to do. Whatever profession you choose, you are working with their emotions. Understand that and support it with positive analysis. Support with right transformational things, and things will work in your favor. If you have Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio as your Rashi, you will realize the number of people who can advise you has suddenly reduced. Scorpio natives find it difficult to seek advice from anyone. It makes them feel, somehow very mentally low. Even though how many transformations they are going through, they don't like it to go and seek advice. Many a times I notice Scorpio natives will always downplay the kind of pain they are going through. They'll say, yeah, it's okay, I can manage, I can do. But when a Scorpio native tells, I am not well, that means situations are already gone way far. If it's just moon in Scorpio or just plain ascendant, if there is multiple planets, obviously outcome will be different. But understand, Scorpio natives will find some help from unexpected place. It is time to have more patience. They will be judged a little bit harshly when they try to view about certain situations. The home front can look like little bit troublesome. There is emotional turbulence at home. Maybe you are traveling away from home, or there is something that makes you feel low when you are at home. But the situations will change. You will learn how to communicate, how to open up. Start writing a journal. This is the best remedy I can tell. Or note down things that are bothering you. In earlier times, people used to write diary, write journal, or at least when you are alone, sit down, meditate, learn new breathing techniques. Jupiter and Mercury being together in the Gemini sign, follow breathing meditations, and you will realize you are feeling better, you can handle things better, and you are ready to open up to somebody and get help that you need. You will come out, or people are still looking at you as somebody who is powerful, who has achieved many things. They consider you to be, wow, you have so much strength, and which is so true. But Scorpio natives still need internal help. You'll change your insurance company, you will change your will, or you will change suddenly some advising or learning kind of things, but you will come up as someone who is still strong. My advice to Scorpio natives, start maintaining a diary, journal, or write down. Go to therapist, go to coach, talk to them, express your views, and do not keep things inside. Expressing your feelings, your emotion is important, and it's a good idea to learn those things while Jupiter and Mercury are in the sign of Gemini. Learning good meditation techniques like breathing meditation will go a long way. If you have Leo ascendant or Leo moon, you will realize working in groups usually is good for Leos. Leos manage that really well. However, how much try you do to go and work in big groups, it's not possible. Somehow things are not working well. Leos are doing that, but for Sagittarius natives, going in groups and working in groups have become difficult since their 9th house is always getting afflicted with this planet or that planet. And when Jupiter goes with Mercury, there is so much discussion, there is so much analysis that Sagittarius natives feel kind of tired. Sagittarius natives want to do things in a group, they want to guide people in groups, but they are finding it difficult to take part in any group activity themselves. They can lead a group activity, but for their own healing, for their own cleansing, it is hard for a Sagittarius native to go and join something. They can teach others, they can advise others in groups, but they cannot learn in groups sometimes. And this time also, you can do the things virtually. It will be helpful. So join certain virtual sessions. Join with groups who want to change their views about, for example, how to meditate, how to transform yourself. The way Sagittarius natives will deal with things is they will go out for a music program, any cultural program. This is a good thing that they can do. They can still go for music programs, cultural programs. They may get a chance to go to some weddings, and this is how they will interact. Do that, and always remember, any kind of negative thoughts that come in your mind related to your siblings or your teammates, find a way to express them. Journaling, painting, reciting things is a good way, and let the negativity go out. Just understand Jupiter's transit, that is 7 from your moon or ascendant, is going to be beneficial to you. So let go of the negativity. And let go of the negativity and work with group, work with people in your own capacity, and look for the better way. Usually Sagittarius natives are very rigid about in terms of their cultural views, principles, values and religion. But transits of Jupiter through the Ardra Nakshatra will help Sagittarius native broaden their views. Jupiter owns the natural 12th house and 12th sign, remember that. So even if you are Hindu or you are in a particular community, it is time to work with people from different backgrounds now and understand them. And this will help you relax, this will help you meditate, this will help you get a better way of looking at things. Saturn's position in the 4th house doesn't help that much because it is narrowing you, putting pressure on you. But Jupiter's transit is going to help you. While Jupiter is in Gemini, you are going to have a much better way of looking at things and learn various new ways to energize yourself, bring the balance in your life that you are looking for. If you have Capricorn ascendant and Capricorn Rashi, you are thinking about, okay, how I can get over the debt, how I can make my position better, how I can navigate this ladder of whichever position you are in. You feel like stuck, you feel like anxious, but understand it is just a time and things will change. Find a nice advisor, find a nice coach, and they can guide you through this time frame of Jupiter's transit through the 6th house. 6th house transit is about getting help from so many people in terms of advising and coaching and learning new things. So broaden your perspectives, increase the things that you know, your skill set, your resume, upgrade it, learn new things and move forward. The kind of negative thoughts that are coming in your mind due to Saturn's transit, they will go away the moment you take these steps. Saturn in Pisces and Jupiter in Mercury, that means you're supposed to learn new skills. You're supposed to understand how you can do better in many ways. Go slow, but you will do better in many terms. Jupiter Mercury, when goes to 6th house, you'll find great solutions. Same way, learn to find solutions for your own things. Find solutions, grow yourself, learn new things, and success will be yours. For Aquarius natives with Lagna Lord Rahu in their Lagna are going over Moon and Saturn in the 2nd house. They go through, should I expand or is it not the right thing to do? The conflicting messages are coming from internal mind, the way Sagittarius natives felt few times ago. Now it's turn of Aquarius natives feeling that constant internal conflict. Rahu wants me to expand, but Saturn is saying, no, go slow. This is not going to work. Aquarius natives should listen to Saturn. Go little slow, follow the law and move forward. Rahu is going to deliver what it wants to deliver. Do not take any loophole, do not take any shortcut, and do not create storms in other people's lives. No gossiping, no talking behind the back, no bad reviews if they are not real. Having attention is important, prioritizing yourself is important, but not at the cost of emotionally hurting someone. Your 6th house is Cancer. 6th from Moon, 6th from Ascendant is Cancer. Whether it's Aquarius Moon or Aquarius Ascendant, you need to value people's emotions and learn that as early as you can. Work with people, you know what they lack, you know what are their strengths. Focus yourself on other people's strengths, nourish them. If you're advising them, advise them in the words that will motivate them, inspire them. If you keep that in mind, things will go really well. In terms of family and marriages, Aquarius native will find a match, they'll get engaged, at least they'll find a romantic partner. In terms of work, you will realize the situation can be a little difficult at work, but it will not affect your financial outcome. This is still a good transit for Aquarius natives. If you have Pisces as your ascendant, Pisces moon, Jupiter's transit through overall Gemini or typically in the Ardra Nakshatra, you will realize the moment day starts, there is like an internal feeling going on. Okay, what must have gone wrong today? What is wrong today? What is breaking? Is there any accident? Is there any negative news? And there is an internal fear. Please do not go out and look for negativity rightly in the morning. Definitely not in the morning. And definitely not before you go to bed. It is not the time. You have pressure of excelling right now. That is more than enough. Let Jupiter transit through your 4th house normally, naturally, and focus on the positivity of Jupiter. Make changes in your own habits. Try to do something that are your above and beyond your comfort zone to learn new skills. Learn various ways to emotionally nourish yourself. At work, there will be office politics. There will be people who will be taking advantage of you. You will start questioning your own principles and values at work. But understand, it is just a test from Saturn. Saturn wants you to test in all these grounds. Choose the right path. Choose the right path. You can work with foreign or different culture coaches or meditation experts. You can work with people from far away part of the country or other countries. In terms of your import-export business or working with them is completely fine. But no loopholes, no shortcuts when it comes to profits. If you want to go up in the ladder, be known in the community that you work, follow the rules. Follow the laws, because Pisces is a sign where what goes in comes out. Remember that it has those two fish in opposite direction. So whatever you are bringing in Pisces now is going to come out. That is what will be delivered to you, and hence the karma is looking at things positively, rearranging things in a way that it is profitable in long term, profitable in terms of emotional way to others. Take care of people's emotions. I mean, you may be having a hard job of, I work at a place where, for example, palliative care or hospice. People are in the last stages of life here. My job is to one day deliver the negative news to the family. But before that, I can always support them through the process that they're going through. They're going through a lot of grief, and I can support them with that. Learn those skills, understand that, and be emotionally present for others. When Pisces natives start doing it, you will realize things start changing. Whatever position you are in, you could be school principal, you could be lead teacher, you could be lead in IT department, or you could be somebody working as a coach and a therapist. Your job is to work with people's emotion and empower them. Do not take undue advantage of anybody's bad situation or difficult circumstances that they are going through. Time frames change, planets transit, and everybody goes through that whole circle. Right now, whether you are going through bad phase or good phase, things is not going to remain the same. Understand that and work the best way. Jupiter works on terms of faith as well as some divine presence. Do that if you can and help others. Be emotionally present and empower them. Empower them the best way. In terms of family, family structure will be definitely better. You can make some changes at family level, house level, change your vehicle, that is okay. If you want to get married, this is a good time to get married as well. You will find a partner who analyzes things very well, just as you. You will find a partner who is skillful enough. At work, your principles will give you rewards. Keep that in mind. And in general, Jupiter's transit through Ardra, look at what new systems can you build, what type of disruptive technology you can bring, but which is for benefit of people. Help people get over their negative emotions. These are the things you can always do while Jupiter is in Ardra. When Jupiter goes into Punarvasu, you will see in Mrigashira, you decided to do something new. In Ardra, you planted the seeds of that. You started taking steps for that. You let go of the old things, accepted new systems. And in Punarvasu, you will recycle, you will reuse, and you will restart. You will start working on everything that you were working, but by understanding acknowledging the mistakes that you made. You will listen to people from all walks of life, take their advice, and then do what is the right thing. Punarvasu has that re-effect where you will recycle, reuse, restart to make it better, to make it perfect. For example, if you have some issue in terms of loans in life, you will work with people who have similar issues. You will help them get out of those issues. That will in turn reward you. So Jupiter's transit through Punarvasu will be the effect of redoing things. I have already done this. I am expanding it, doing it in a bigger way, doing it better. So those of you who have dominant Jupiter nakshatras, they already know. They have a repetitive way of doing things. They are asked to repeat things for a reason so that they can do it better next time, do it bigger way next time. So if you have a teaching class, coaching class, only say 15 students come every month, in Jupiter goes into Punarvasu, there will be expansion, there will be natural expansion. At the same time, you will be tested to do it the right way. Whatever mistakes you committed in the previous cycle should be corrected, and that is a good way. So Mercury, Jupiter together, there will be different planets which will be with Jupiter in Gemini at that time. But all these planets will work with Jupiter to provide uplift. And hence once Ardra storms are done in Punarvasu, it's like you will be taken from one place to another with safety because you already went through all the storms. You had all the emotional turmoil. You have learned to calm those storms and move further. You know when some things go wrong, you feel bad. You can have tears in eyes, but then you rise above. You keep that behind you and you still move forward. In weather patterns, it just happens that before the rain, we do certain things in terms of farming. When there is a rain, we go ahead and plant seeds. There's like small things coming out of everywhere. Those small plants you see, and then you start making sure that you fertilize it and then it goes into a big tree, big shrub or whatever the size it is supposed to deliver. When it goes to Pushya, you get the returns. But starting with Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, this is a cycle where you will start cultivating things. It is about creation and expansion. And for that sometimes you have to let go of old ways. And that is what Ardra is. We are facing the storms, but the storms are there for a reason. You need to bring out change. And Ardra brings that change. It helps you work with all the illusion, delusion, chaos and slowly move forward where you understand the importance of things. If you are a student listening to this and if you feel your parents are not supporting you enough, understand every parent tries their best to help you. Let go of the grudges that you hold for your parents. That is the great remedy for Ardra. Do not be the reason of somebody's emotional suffering. Help people learn new skills. Help people rearrange, redecorate or remodel or renovate. These are the themes of Ardra Nakshatra. It is a Rahu's Nakshatra, so obviously it's going to come with its own energy, which is sometimes very unpredictable. But understand the eclipses don't stay that long. Whatever the turmoil is there, it will pass and you will come out as a person with lot of mental strength, emotional strength. You will grow in life. Hope this video helps all signs Aries through Pisces to understand how to deal with this Gemini transit of Jupiter through typically Ardra and Punarvasu. I am also going to create some series of videos on this, and this is a complete guide for Jupiter's transit through Gemini. Keep watching for those videos, and I want to hear from you about what steps you are taking to handle this transition. Namaste. Thank you. Shubhamastu.